Why are people talking so much? Man, a lot of things happening in the background over there. A lot of people are really busy in the background. Like straight up full conversations happening. Jesus. All right. Yeah, I had a buy on pound yen, got stopped out at break even. Took a buy right here. 5-minute candles were closing above this area. Took a buy around this point. Price went up and stopped me out at break even. All right, let's take a look over here. Okay, so the gulag is coming in. Perfect, perfect. We're all coming in here. Nice and tidy. Very good, very good. We got Zoom coming in too. Let's take a look at gold here. Let's bring up gold. Gold. Let's first take a look at pound yen because I think we're going to continue moving bullish here. Our bias is bullish. Things are moving bullish at this point. So we're going to take a look at this idea here. Let's remove all analysis. Let's take a look on the daily time frame. Daily is going bullish. We got this wick to fill. Ideally, we want to fill up towards 152.400 up over here. This daily candle moving up. It's pretty good. Looking on the 4-hour, we're coming up to a resistance area at this point. Let's take a look on the... Oh, actually, we also created a support down over here. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame is kind of like rejecting some areas, so we're going to see how this 1-hour candle is going to close. But it did break above 151.880. Looking on the 30-minute time frame, 30 minutes just rejecting this area here as well, and looks like it's coming down to retest. I believe this resistance we had as price was moving up. Right, so if we do create some sort of a support around here, 151.870, 151.900, I think there's a possibility for price to continue moving bullish. We had a high at 152.050. This is the area we rejected. This is what we were looking at yesterday as well. If you look on the 30-minute right here, but we anticipated volume to continue driving price up towards 152.100. So now I guess the challenge is to see that are we going to create a support down at this point to continue moving bullish or not. That's the whole challenge. So I think we'll have to wait. Like my bias is bullish on pound yen, so we'll see if we create some support or we break this high to continue moving bullish or not. But if you do continue moving bullish, I think we could tap into 152.300. So we're going to keep that in mind. All right, what's this over here? No trade range, 25 pip range above this area, looks good. Yeah, right now we're just retracing, so we'll see if this ends up creating a support or not. We have some sells coming in on gold. Entry taken once the wicks below this area. My doubt in this trade is better to take entry once the candle broke the wick before. Or yeah, I mean with gold there's a lot of volume, so it's better to sometimes you can take impulse entries as well. I was actually looking at gold here too. So looking on the 4-hour, we're coming into this clean candles to the left hand side. We went below this rejection area here as well. Looking on the 1-hour, we're coming down. We have a support down at 1779 where price could potentially come into. Let's take a look on this 30-minute time frame. Yeah, right here. Right, so we broke a support at 1784, which matches up with the left hand side right here, and now currently it's kind of trying to continue moving bearish, right? But we got to be careful. There's no sells as of yet because the 15-minute candles are closing with small bodies. This means there's low volume coming down, so we may, if gold starts moving up, it may retrace to create a resistance, and then we could continue moving down. So we'll have to see. Did you catch the GJ move? No, I didn't. I entered buys, but I got stopped out at break even. Yeah. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Overall bullish, clean range, 152. Looks good, looks good. Gold sells. Oh, nice. You're already in sells over here on gold. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So we'll see if we retrace to create resistance to continue down or not. So that way we can see if gold can continue down. So we're probably going to say potential retest for bearish continuation. This is what I'll be looking for on gold right here. And then pound yen, possible potential retest here. Potential retest for bullish continuation. Yeah, that's it. This is what I'm looking at here today. All right, let's take a look at this idea here. This is a buy on pound yen. Waiting for the candle to wick down and enter. Nice. Very nice. We had a clean range to the top side. Price moved up. If you look at this on the 4-hour time frame, it's very clean on the 4-hour time frame here as well. Pound yen. So we'll see if we create a support here for price to continue moving bullish or not. Why the trade is almost you execute, doesn't wait for candles close, because sometimes there's so much volume in the market that it doesn't really allow you to wait for the candles to close, especially when you're looking at high volume pairs like gold or pound yen, sometimes like pound AUD. So that's one of the reasons why I've been mostly focused on impulse entries here too. So yeah, pound yen is just retracing. It's good. We're creating a high at this point. Now, if we measure this range, this is a 17, 18 pip range, right? Pretty good range for price to continue moving bullish. Let's take a look at GU here now. Let's bring up GU. And let's take a look at this here. GU, oh wow, GU is also rejecting an area right here. GU looks pretty messy. It looks really, really, really messy, right? Also, I think we have ADP tomorrow. So far we have no news here. We have low impact news for the CAD. We have low impact for the USD. Pound had some good news, but wasn't enough to really push it forward. So I guess it could be a pretty clean day here today. If we do create support, 100% I'm going to try to take buys for price to continue moving bullish. Hey bro, is this gold or USD? This is gold. Gold USD. It's both. Gold USD. Hey, good morning guys. It's going to be a great day today. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think it's going to be an awesome day here today. So we shall see how good it is. So see, we're rejecting this area now. This candle didn't break the low, so there were no sells. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Let's take a look at Euro JPY over here. So it seems like Euro JPY is kind of like doing the same thing over here. So we had a support form. It was in a pretty nasty range here for a couple hours, right? We broke this area. We created a low. It seems like we're creating this resistance for price to continue down, and if we break the support on your JPY, this is not enough range here, to be honest. This is like a 13, 14 pip range, 16 pip range. But if you do break below the support, wow, looking to the left hand side, look at this. We got clean candles going all the way down. It's pretty nice, clean candles here. So now we got to look for some sort of an area where price may come into. So yeah, we got all this room for price to drop. Maybe right over here on the 15-minute time frame, we have a little bit of a minor support at this point. So if we measure this range, it's a pretty good range here. Below 131.300, it's like a 15, 20 pip range at this point. Could be pretty good if we break below 131.300. So we're going to keep an eye on your JPY here as well. Let's see here. What do you think about this trade? Sold when the candle closed bearish, looks good. Next candle closed a weak bullish candle, should have closed 50% right there, closed 50%, and then you should have closed more 50% when the next one broke the high. That's what I would have done. Why are you not taking this into resistance? Oh, so the question is, why am I not taking this into consideration, and why am I taking this into consideration? The reason why is because this is the most recent zone right here. This is the most recent one right here. That's why. Yeah, wow, gold really retraced all the way up over here. So this is going to be interesting. Are we going to close back in the range, or are we going to reject this area to continue down? Because if we do close back in the range, it's going to be pretty tricky for sells at that point, and then we may be looking for buying opportunities above, I would say, 1786, because we got clean candle here to the left hand side above 1786. So I'm going to put a yellow line at this point, and this yellow line is going to visually tell me that maybe buys above 1786 would be much better for price to continue up. Do you know this guy? It's partner of Forex Family or Uncle Ted, Uncle Bull FX. He's a trader who did podcasts, I think, with us. What's this? Ali FX. Good morning. What do you think about this trade on GJ? Let's take a look over here. GBP JPY. Let's see. Entry as candles took exactly 10 pips. Happy Ramadan. Happy Ramadan to you too. Very nice, very nice. Beautiful. Even though the candle closed with the wick on the top, you still executed. Pretty good. I would have stayed away from that. Let's see. So what do we got over here? Okay. Yeah, so far we're rejecting this area on gold. Just gotta wait for the 30-minute candle to close because we're creating a low at this point. And if we break this low, there's enough room for price to go down, you know, to be honest. Gold is better to follow the trend and not counter trend. Yes, that's true. Gold is better to follow the trend. Let's take a look at GA over here. GA is doing kind of like the same thing. We're retracing, we're rejecting 1.8. That's a very, very strong level over here. 1.8. Looking on the 4-hour, we're in this rejection area here as well. Seems like we created a high around 1.8, and now we're coming down to a minor support here. And if you do create a support, I think it can also continue moving up. All pound pairs, I think they're retracing for potential moves up. Right now, buys look much better because we got clean candle over here. We got clean moves above 152.050, but sells are a little bit choppy, right? Because look, you got a minor support, and then you got some sort of a consolidation and wicking happening here. So, you know, it's pretty tricky at that point. When are you getting Magic Keys in stock? Probably in 2-3 weeks. We sold out. You can't wait for Magic Keys. They get sold out quick. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold. Bias is sells. I agree. Bias is sells. Looking for sells below 1781. Looks good. Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing over here too on gold. Probably sells below this area here, 1781, for price to continue down to 1779, and then hopefully we can continue moving bearish. Do you wait for candle to close above support resistance on 15-minute time frame? Sometimes, yeah. You know, sometimes, yeah. So if we look on the 15-minute right here, we're closing at this point. So we want the 30-minute candle to close above this area and then give us some sort of a support formed at this point with a bullish candle, because if I can see a bullish candle forming, that's going to give me some more confidence that okay, now's the time where price can continue moving bullish. So we'll have to wait. Because you're holding Dogecoin, can we analyze chart? Because seems like the same setup, we are trading high and retest. Honestly, I haven't looked at Dogecoin chart in over 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. It's not a big amount. It's like $1,000. You know, I'm probably up like $1,000 on it. Let's see here. Dogecoin. I don't even know what its name is over here. I honestly don't give a shit about crypto. Let's see here. I think it's at 50 cents. Probably 50 cents. Where is it? Is it right here? Oh, 48 cents. Nah, okay. Pretty cool. That's what I think about cryptos. Cool. All right. I learned that gold is a good friend to profit but dangerous account killer when it trades wrongly. It's only an account killer when you don't use risk management on gold. So we can see right here it's coming down towards 1781, and we're getting a retest from this area 1784 here as well. So now we need confirmation for price to break 1781 for it to continue down. So we're gonna wait. We shall wait. When you take gold sells, do you keep your stops above the 5-minute or 15-minute? Depends. Depends on the situation. You know, if the 15-minute is going to give you that confirmation, that's going to be 15-minute. But if the 5-minute is going to give that confirmation, then it's going to be 5-minute. You know, so it all depends. What broker do you use to invest in stock market? It's called Wealth Simple in Canada. Wealth Simple Trade. Let's see here. Hey, Raja, Jennifer Kalfayan. GBP and ZD will continue going up, question mark. I have a sell position. Should I close it with loss? Let's take a look over here. GBP and ZD. Well, the trend is bullish on GBP and ZD. Oh, wow. Holy, this is really bullish. I don't know. I think you need to put a stop loss. Yeah, I mean, you should put a stop loss in GBP and ZD and just, you know, I mean, if it went up, maybe that was a wrong trade to take and you need to close everything and try to analyze that, okay, how you could have been in a good trade at that point, how you could have been in the right trade for it to move up, because it's still continuing up at that point. So let's see what happens here. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GU chart. Clean buys once price breaks above this high. Makes sense. No trade, messy range. That's true. Really messy here to the left hand side. Really, really, really messy. This looks, so we may get some opportunity above this area here, but other than that, you're correct. It's really messy. Hey, Raja, what do you think about funded companies like Founding Talent or CTMO? Funding Talent or FTMO? Yeah, they're good. I mean, the only reason you should go towards the funding company is that if you're consistent, right? If you're consistent on your account, I think that's the only reason you should go to funding companies. Because think about this, right? Like you get a funded account for about $250, you know, or like $400, whatever the price is. And if you fail that challenge, that's $400 went down the drain. You could have used that $400 to get some education, learn, get consistent, and then use the profits from that small account to get to a funded account, you know. So what I advise people to do is, like, if you're going to go to a funded account, start with a small account, get consistent on that, make profits on that, withdraw those profits, and then use those profits for a funded account. Because you want to, I mean, going to a funded account is like going to war, right? Because you got to meet a target in a certain amount of days, you know, so you got to be prepared. And if you're not prepared, there's a very high chance you're going to lose the war. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Retested, closed bullish, entered right when the 5-minute closed bullish. Arrow is pointing in space over here, okay? Should have taken profits at 9 pips, closed 50% when it came back to entry, closed the rest 50% at break of the low. Oh, yeah, I basically closed out at break even. I closed out at break even. So take a look at this. This is where I entered right here. 5-minute, this is 15-minute, entered right here, used magic keys, price went up, came back down to my entry point, I closed everything. I closed everything because I understood that, okay, if it's coming down, it may do a further retest, so it didn't make sense for me to hold the trade longer. So that's why I closed everything there. And, you know, see, it basically came down furthermore. So now we're going to wait to see if it creates a support here or not. If you win a trade on gold, then you see a good setup on same pair, would you give it a try? If you win a trade on gold and you see a trade on the same pair, this means that you're trying to take another trade on that same pair. And I think the question you need to ask is if your bias is going to be the same. Yeah, I guess that's the question you need to ask. Are you trading EJ? No, sir. No, your JPY. I'm not trading your JPY. Sometimes Sometimes when it's really slapping me in the face, like, hey man, EJ looks good, then yeah. I mean, if you break below 131,300, I might, but I probably will not, because waiting for gold is ranging here. And if gold is ranging, we know there's going to be an NY Open, there's going to be NYSE, so there are a lot of times there's going to be volume. So it's better to wait. Why you take GJ always apart from Euro USD? Because I've never won a trade on Euro USD, so I just stay clear of Euro USD. Hate that pair. One of the things I hate in life is Euro USD. I just can't have a win on Euro USD. Hi Raja, I see you in a video. You're drinking protein shake. It is not healthy. You are not like a car. No, I'm like a Dodge Durango. I'm not a car. I need that protein. Need that protein shake, man. What do you mean? Been drinking protein shake. If protein shakes were unhealthy, all these companies are going to get sued. I mean, what kind of thing is that? I think that's, yeah, I don't know. It's too early to start a roast session at this point. So we're going to continue on here. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. My concern for sells on gold. Looking for buys above this area. Looks good. Does this level bother you? Probably not. This is too far off, So, I mean, we got clean candles here. So we're only looking for price to continue down to 1779. Every day I try beat your win percentage and you are unbeatable. I'm up 1.9%. Nice. Very nice, but you're already 2.3%. Nice, man. 1.9% is pretty good. That's better than the banks. The bank offered me 1.5% for my $300,000 deposit. And I'm like, no thanks. I'm good. I did 2% this morning on my 100,000. So I think it's still pretty good. I just placed my Magic Keys order. Any idea when the next shipment will be? Probably in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Please unmute me. Oh, no, not right now. Your request is being considered. It's too early to unmute everybody. All right, let's take a look over here. Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting here. GJ is continuing bullish. Now here's the challenge, right? This 15-minute candle is going to close in about 2 minutes. And is this strong enough support on the 15-minute to justify a buy for price to continue up? That's what I'm thinking at this point. Is this strong enough support? Will I be willing to take a buy at this point on the 15-minute, which is a weak confirmation time frame, even when the 30-minute candle is closing bearish? But what's going on here in the 30-minute is that 30-minute is closing above this area where we had a resistance, right? So if it's rejecting, then probably we're anticipating the 15-minute candle to the next one to continue moving bullish. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. Have you ever shipped Magic Keys to Turkey? Guys, it's 2021. We can ship worldwide. It's 2021. We're not living in times where we send pigeons or donkeys across oceans to ship things. It's 2021. We ship worldwide, except for Iran. There's some regulations. We can't do that. What do you think about gold? A lot of gust diffusion. Yes, gold is in a confusion state right now. Potential buys above 1786 would look good. Potential buys above this area. You have a nice big range. It's like a 34, 35 pip range. Sells below 1781. This is like a consolidation area. We have another bit of consolidation area right over here. So you'll have to wait at this point. What about Antarctica? We haven't had any requests from Antarctica, so we're not sure. Only scientists are there anyway, so maybe they can make their own Magic Keys. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is your JPY. We're having rejection of the zone. That's true. We have a support area and not enough range to trade. 335 to 163. I think it's okay. It's like an 18 pip range. It's also your JPY, so there's less volume there too. So I mean, if you do break below This area, I think we could continue down. I mean, I would say so. It's going pretty good. 19, 20 pip range, looking to the left hand side. Look at this clean candles here to the left hand side. So we'll see what happens. It's Tuesday. So let's take a look over here. This 15-minute candle is about to close. Now, the challenge is, do I want to risk with the small... Oh, wow, look at that. Weak body over here. Weak body close. If the next candle breaks the low, can we continue bearish? But there's a lot of confusion here to the left hand side. Yeah, a lot of confusion here to the left hand side. So look, if we break this low, and for some reason I execute a sell, there's confusion within 9 pips. A lot of consolidation. I mean, it's not good at all. So I'm probably going to stay away from sells here, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from sells. Doesn't look good at all. 30-minute candle close bearish. Yeah, I'm going to stay away. Going to chill out. May look to enter buys if we break above the previous 15-minute high, but anyway, it just doesn't look too good. What was your most embarrassed moment? My embarrassed moment? I don't know. I remember probably sometime in university. Or high school. I used to stutter a lot, you know. So I think it was during one of the speeches I was giving. I was giving one of the speeches and I started to stutter because I got nervous. Yeah, I think that was pretty embarrassing. But I got over it, you know, by practicing. Now I'm pretty good at public speaking, I think. Can I check what are your spreads on GJ and gold? GJ and gold. GJ spreads are 1.4, 1.3. Gold is like 2.5, 2.6. Would you ever be a bodybuilder? No. No, bodybuilders, I don't know. It's a lot of work. Abdul Hamid, when next magic key going out? They're going out today. I took your trade on gold, but on M5 on the break and got stopped out. Why did you prefer a close in this case? Because there was no trade on gold. Which gold trade did you take? There was no trade on gold given at this point. There was nothing on gold. You know, potential retest for bearish continuation. It doesn't say take a sell over here. Let's see here. I like what you do on your platform. Started following you through a friend of mine here in Kenya, and trust you, me, he's been making massive profits through your price action method. Massive profits. All right. If you had a 1 month free holiday, where would you go? I'd go to Bali. 1 month free holiday. I always wanted to go to Bali. Like, you know, those little cottages they have on the water. I really want to go there. So that's where I would want to go. To Bali. Yeah, Bali guy. With the drone, so I can make cool videos too. Yeah, with some drone. If they have some good marijuana there, oh, that's even double trouble. Some chocolate with that, munchies. Garlic shrimps, oh man, so good. Why don't you trade NASDAQ? I've never traded NASDAQ. So right now we're just ranging here. So I'm going to put a no trade range over here. This will be a no trade range. Bali is a shithole. I don't know, man. Depends on who you know and where you go. Let's see over here. I'll show you where I want to go in Bali. I don't want to go to a shithole type of Bali. I want to go to like Bali cottages. Have you smoked marijuana? No, I've never. So that's going to be my first time. This area right here. See these? Wake up and jump in the water. So nice. Doesn't look like a shithole to me. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, look at this. Wow, look at that. So peaceful and green. Yeah. That's where I want to go. So perfect. We're moving up over here. So if I do enter at the break of the high, it's going to be like a 13 pip range. And then I guess we can count on volume to continue driving price bullish. We'll see. On the hourly, if you look at GJ, I think the 30-minute was a false breakout to the upside as the hourly closed with a huge rejection to the top side. Yeah, see, this did close with a huge rejection to the top side. So that's why I'm looking for a little bit of a confirmation to break the 15-minute high to see that if this 1 hour will fill the wick or not. Because if it won't, here's the thing. If the 15-minute won't break the high, that means this is going to be a huge rejection. And if we break the low on the 1 hour, then we can continue moving bearish within this range. Yeah, I think if we break the low on the 1 hour, we can continue moving bearish within this range. And we can probably ignore all the mess we have on the smaller time frame. Because what we've learned in the past is that, if you guys remember, that whenever you have a lot of consolidation to the left-hand side, there's only two ways that price is going to go through that consolidation. Either it's going to come down to start consolidate, or it's just going to come down with one big candle moving through this whole area. You know, like how Hulk just moves through all his enemies, just, you know, with one big run. So yeah, let's see here. Does marijuana slow you down? That's why you don't entertain it? Yes, it really does slow you down. I used to do it. I used to smoke and trade at the same time, and I would say, oh man, yeah, look, you know, I'm gonna smoke and trade and chilling, you know. No, you know, I think when you're in the money game, you need to be 100% attentive. No matter how much you tell yourself it's going to help you in the long term, I don't think it really helped me at all. So I mean, that's just me, you know. It may help some people, but not me. Let's see here. I want to make a live count. Okay, we're about to break this high over here. I just want to see, are we going to break above 151.920 for price to continue moving bullish or not? Let's take a look over here. 920. Why don't you use trend lines? I've never used trend lines. I've used trend lines, but I think they contradict with my support resistance zones. So that's one of the reasons I don't use trend lines anymore. So I'm waiting for price to come up towards 151.920 right here, visually. And then I'm going to execute a buy for price to continue moving bullish. My stops are going to be below this candle around 151.840. And yeah, and then I'm just going to let the rest run. Okay, let's see here. I want to make a live account on Dominion Markets. What's the difference between MT5 Pro and Standard? Pro account has lower spreads and Standard has higher spreads. Plus also there's a difference in commissions too. USD CAD 4 hour, clean traffic to the left with NY volume. It should push up, looks good. I think at this time right here, you need to look for some sort of a support being created on the 1 hour or the 30-minute time frame. Because if you can see a support created right here, that means that that support is going to validate the 4-hour rejection for price to continue moving bullish. That's what you want to see at that point. That's basically what I would want to see too, to be honest, if I was trading USD CAD. And as we can see here, we didn't break above 151.920. We're rejecting this area. So I do believe if we do break below on the 1 hour, 151.840, we can continue moving bearish. Yeah, that's still going to be up for grabs. Because ideally, we're basically closed below this resistance. So we got to wait here a little bit. I mean, I got to wait here for a little bit. Oh, we're moving back up over here. Interesting. GJ is playing yo-yo over here. Up, down, up, down. GA is continuing down after making a top wick. Does it matter that the candle prices are slightly different? Yeah, I mean, to me it doesn't really matter. Like, I can show you the difference in price right here. on the brokerage. So look right here, right? Look at the difference in price right here and right over here. So I just go by what's on TradingView and then just switch over and just execute. That's what I do. I don't really focus on bid and ask lines. I know some people focus on that. I just don't. So I just look at one thing here, and if I see it happening good, I just move over and then I just execute. All right, look at this. Very nice, very nice. So even if the sells do work out, I think sells are going to work out because of this area here. We had a price came up, created resistance, moved down. Next candle closed below resistance. Next candle closed below resistance. So if this candle breaks the low of the previous candle, I think there's a high probability for price to continue bearish. You know, but if we do break above on the smaller time frames right here, around 151, 920, then I think we're going to continue moving bullish. So we're going to have to wait and see at this point. Look at this. This looks like a fake out and retest. Yes, it does look like a fake out. I was just about to talk about that as well. So it's very good. Very good, very good. Leandro, looking at 30-minute time frame, does actually look like a fake out. Resistance, price went up, candle came back down, closed below, and now we just need some sort of confirmation for price to continue breaking down. So this will be an impulse entry actually on the 1 hour time frame, because if we break the low on the 1 hour, stops are going to be above the 1 hour candle around 7-8 pips, and then we can continue on moving down. So let's see what happens here. Still have to wait here a little bit. Ooh, A2DK donated $5. There is no we. That is correct. Gold is still ranging. GA is struggling. Your JPY is still ranging. Are you going to take sells if they come? Yes, I will take sells when they come right here. Around 151, 840. When you take sell like this one on GJ, you take in consideration also the high respected before break of the low or not? Yes. So the high is being respected. If we break the low, then I think there's a high probability for price to continue moving down. So this is going to be executed based only on the 30-minute. Yeah, so this will be only executed based on the 30-minute and the 1 hour time frame. So we gotta wait. Slowly we're coming down, which is good. How do you show pips on the MT5 when you trade, not the magic keys? It shows on the right hand side, like where you see your profits are, right? We're coming down over here. It's got to come down towards 151, 840. And then I'm going to execute my sells right here. I executed sells at this point right here. Stops are above this current candle and anticipating first target is going to be around 10 pips, I would say. This is based only on the 30-minute time frame. I know we have some mess on the 15-minute, but this is only executing on the 30-minute time frame. Perfect. In it. Looking at the 30-minute, looking good. Looking at the 15-minute, kind of choppy, but we're expecting it to continue moving bearish. So because on the 1 hour time frame, we have clean candles on the left hand side, so we're basically anticipating the 1 hour candles to continue down. So now, at the same time, when we're looking at from a risk management perspective, we are anticipating this 15-minute candle to continue bearish. If this 15-minute candle, closes around 151, 870 or 860, then I can close 50% of my position and really manage risk. But so far, I think it looks good. I mean, as long as we stay bearish, especially on a 30-minute time frame and on the 1-hour time frame, I think we have a lot of room for price to continue bearish. So perfect. So we're going to leave this open. Gold is still in the range. Your JPY is still in the range. Are you fasting today? Yes. I appreciate you letting users use debit transactions, transferring to Bitcoin, considering all the fees. Oh, yeah. How much did you lose when you first started trading? I don't know. Probably a lot. If we break the 1-hour top wick on gold, it could be good for a buy. Let's see here. 1-hour top wick on gold. I think gold buys would be much better above 1786. That's what I think. Above 1786 is going to be much better. All right. We're slowly moving down here. It's pretty good. I'm going to take profits around 151.740. I'm going to close a majority of my positions and leave the rest running if it does go down there. I think it should be pretty good. First time copy your trade, hope it works. Well, hope is not a strategy. I think at the same time, you should also copy the risk management as well. So we'll see how this goes. Do you see it going to 151.60, 151.60? Yeah, sure. I mean, it could, but we have a 1-hour rejection area down around 151.700. So we got to keep that in mind as well. GJ is in profits. I made $1. Nice, killing it today. If your stop is 7 pips, will you take profit on 7 pips? No, it's going to be around 10 pips. Wow, this is also coming down. GA. Very nicely over here. Why would you trade if you had 250K in your account? Why wouldn't I? What will I do with 250? You can't do anything with 250. You can't buy property. I mean, especially in Canada, you can't do nothing with 250 in Canada. In the US, you can buy homes. In Canada, you can't do anything. What a dumb question that is anyway. Like, trust me, when you grow up and you realize what 100,000 is or 150,000 is, you're gonna understand it's not that much. It's not that much at all. Like if you live in a in a developing country, that's a lot of money. But if you're living in in America or the UK, it's not that much at all. You can't do much with that amount. Maybe you can open a small store, have some merchandise, but you can't really do much. Why close 50% and leave the rest running? I'm not going to close 50%. I'm probably going to close around 90%. So far it's coming down good. So look, I have the same entry right here. As price came down, entered. This is 30-minute. Let's go towards the 1 hour. Same idea here. Let's see here. GA is also slowly coming down. We have gold still ranging. Gold is still at this potential retest area here. Your JPY is also ranging, trying to come down over here. So we'll see how well this trade plays out. I think it should go towards at least, I think I'm going to secure everything at around 10 pips. Why did you not take sell below 151.580 on GJ? Because clean candles are on the left. Because I've seen this happen before and I've missed it before. So that's the reason why I executed on this today, because I've seen it happen before and then I executed on it today. So, you know, we still got some time left over here. We still got around 40 minutes left for the candle to close on the 1 hour time frame. Got around 10 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close. So still pretty good. I mean, at this time, if price comes back to my entry, I'm going to close 50%. If price comes back to my entry point. But other than that, I'm going to leave it running. Did you get a chance to look at the risk management? I emailed you subject gulag. I did. I'm probably going to reply today or probably tomorrow. All right. Let's take a look at this trade idea here coming in from the gulag by Killereem. Let's take a look here. This is GU 15-minute chart coming down. I think maybe keep this area in consideration. This support area, keep this in consideration. But below this area, you have clean move coming down here as well. So I think that's going to be good. Gotta keep that into consideration as well. Wow, I don't think there's enough volume here today. Okay, let's see here. Can you check out the trade I took the other day? We're only looking at analysis so far. We're not looking at trades taken the other day. Do you think compounding works? Compounding works if you start withdrawing at the same time too. Secured GJ because it's messy. Oh, having low confidence. Come on, man. Gotta have more confidence in your analysis. Gotta have confidence. Confidence. If you don't have confidence and you want to close the whole thing, you may want to close around 50%, you know, but don't close the whole thing, you know, because what if it goes your way and then you're going to say, oh man, you know what? I had the trade on. I knew where it's going to go, but I closed the whole thing. Happens to me all the time. So instead, so whenever you're scared or you're losing confidence, just close 50%, you know, or 60%, 70%, whatever you want to close. Hey Raja, this strategy is built different. I've been testing and observing it on multiple markets for about 1 month. Works 75% of the time. Started executing this week. Oh, nice. Eventually you're going to realize that this strategy is just how to read candles, basically. So if you can read candles, you can have a good day. Yeah, everything is just ranging over here. Your JPY is ranging. We got gold ranging over here. We're in a bit of a mess on the 15-minute time frame on GJ, but I think I was expecting the 1 hour volume to continue pushing price through this area, which I've seen happen before. So if this happens today, I think that's going to be wonderful. But if this 15-minute candle closes, here's the thing. If this 15-minute candle closes bearish and the next one breaks the high over here, I'm going to close 50%. You know, or if this goes towards my entry, I'm going to close 50%. Managing risk, right? So that's how I'm going to manage risk. So we're going to see, still got about 6 minutes left for the candle to close. Oh, we have a new member over here. Gold will range because of the massive move up yesterday, so it may be hard to grab a position. That is correct. Can you explain gold trade you took before the stream? Why didn't you enter on the break? It was on the low right here when price was coming down. What's this here? I got my new magic keys. Oh, nice. Wonderful. Just make sure you use it responsibly. So I have my button on close half if the next 15-minute candle breaks this high or if price goes back to my entry point. Do you do boot camps for members of Market Fluidity? I was, but then the whole virus thing happened, so we had to stop in Canada. I do think if we break 1781, we can continue moving down on gold, but this is a very tough consolidation we got to break out of. Did anyone try break test on magic keys? Break test. It's 100% going to break if you throw it from a roof, 100%. So, all right, we got the candle closing here in about 4 minutes. We're going to see whether we're going to come back to entry point, close 50%, or we're going to stay bearish for the 1 hour to continue moving bearish here. What if I press the wrong button on magic keys? Well, I guess you got to keep your eyes open then to press the right button on magic keys. There have been times where I want to close half, but I've closed full by accident. Because once you press it, it's just no going back. You're just like, oh, nope. Like Homer Simpson says, dope. So, yeah, I guess so far we're still coming down here slowly but surely.
I made the same mistake.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Can Fibonacci retracement help your entry? I haven't used Fibonacci retracement, so I'm not sure how much help are they going to be, to be honest. Hello guys, a great good morning to all of you. I just joined the team, welcome, and I have no damn idea how it works over here. So yeah, your support will be needed, and for sure we'll all have a great trading time. Yes, that's true. I think the first thing you need to do is to go over the unlearn and relearn section. That's going to bring you up to speed with basic price action. And yeah, we're going to have a good time over here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is GA. Want to see a bullish candle close, break and retest of the highs just made. Oh, break and retest of the highs made right over here. Okay, waiting to see if a support can be formed. So far it's yeah, I mean, if you can see a support form, I think support should be formed on the 30-minute or on the 15-minute for price to continue up. But it does seem like we're trying to continue bearish at this point. You can look at the 5-minute, how they're creating these lower highs and lower lows, trying to push bearish. Does TED have a separate channel? I don't know. No. There you go. There's the answer. And oh no. Wish I could steal your mindset for 2 days. Kenya would have no peace anyway. Just joking. Like you're working in proven strategy. Do you ever feel like you need more strategies in your bag? No, because I mean, it's the same thing as if one thing is working, why would you want to know something more? Like why fix something that's not already broken? And I think that's where most people go wrong, because in the start, when you know a strategy, and if you win a trade on a strategy, you want to learn something more. And when you learn something more, there's going to be a time when those two strategies are going to contradict each other. And that's the worst time, because as a new trader, when you have two strategies contradicting each other, that's when you kind of like get into a tailspin and you don't really understand that, okay, well, should I use this thing over here, or should I focus on this thing over here, like using A or B? And that's where a lot of confusion happens. So it's very important to just stick to just one thing and let time tell you, like, what's the statistical probability, how much is, if it's going to work or not. Because let's say if you focus on Fibonacci's, trend lines, like, I don't know, Bollinger Bands, you got to focus on just that for a set amount of time, and to really understand, okay, does it really work for you or not? Most times, guys, they focus on one thing for about 2-3 days, and then they jump onto another thing for 2-3 days. So you're not giving yourself enough time to understand whether it's going to work or not. Yeah, you got Elliott wave, and you got Wyckoff methods.
Oh, Wyckoff. I remember that too.
Yeah, Wyckoff. That guy got really, really mad at us.
Like really mad. Like
You
the
guys
miners.
don't use Wyckoff. You don't know anything. We're like,
Oh,
oh,
and
okay.
yeah, like he took it very, very too hard.
Yeah, it was hilarious. You guys are all idiots, mate. Oh shit. Okay.
Like, wow, I didn't even know White Cloud existed before him.
All right, all right. Look at this 15-minute candle closing bearish. Very nice, very nice. 30-minute candle is also coming down to a close bearish. Beautiful. Now it's just got to wick up, create a liquidity wick, and then continue dropping down. And we can have a clean candle on a 1 hour time frame coming down here as well. So I'm still going to manage my risk if it comes back to my entry point.
Yeah, it's a very, very tight situation right there.
Would you move stop loss? Probably not. I'm not going to move my stops because I'm managing my trade based on the 15-minute time frame here. So if this 15-minute candle, this new 15-minute candle, if this breaks the high of the previous 15-minute candle, I'm going to close 50% of my position. And then I'm going to leave the rest running. Because the main idea is to mitigate risk, you know. Whenever you're going to know you're going to have a losing trade, always understand how are you going to mitigate your risk. How are you going to keep your risk small? Because, for example, let's say on this trade, I'm going to lose, if it hits my stop loss, let's say I'm going to lose $780, you know, and if I mitigate my risk when it comes to my entry point and then it hits my stop loss, probably I'm going to lose maybe $400 at that point. So I've reduced my risk by $300. So that's why it's important. And we can see gold is also coming down over here very nicely at this point. Below 1781, I think we can continue moving bearish. Why you draw resistance at 151,870 and not at 151,925? Oh, because it's on the 1 hour time frame right here, you know, and this candle closed below this resistance. So that's where I do the resistance on the 1 hour time frame. And then on the 30-minute, this seems like a fake out, right? Price created resistance, price broke up, came back down, closed below. Now a higher probability for price to continue down after this big fake out to the top side. Keeping an eye on gold over here as well. It's below 1781.50. Would you ship magic keys to Mars? Well, if Elon Musk gives me a good shipping rate, I think we can do that. It's all about the rates.
25 million instead of 50.
What's a liquidity wick? A liquidity wick is a move in the opposite direction, you know. So if we think that this new 30-minute candle is going to go down, it has to make a liquidity wick first. I mean, it doesn't have to, but you know, cosmetically, it has to create a top wick, which you can call the tail as well, and then to break this low to continue moving bearish. That's what a liquidity wick is basically. Looks like this GJ sell idea is going to be a slow death over here. Stayed in profit for a long time and then boom, stopping out in 2 seconds. But we're still going to manage risk too. Let's see what else combos I can use with magic keys. All right, we're coming down over here once more. See, we've created a top wick over here. If we break this low below 151, I think 770, I think we could continue down towards our target here around, you know, 735 and 720. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Coming down over here. Very nice. When we are in price action scalping with candles, is it necessary to keep stop loss, manage risk manually, or by losing a position? I do it manually, basically. You know, I do it manually. Oh, look at that. From 840 to 751 at this point. It's beautifully coming down over here. Since I was in a trade for a long time, what I did at this point is I closed around 70%, and I put my stops at break even at this point. Yep. Stops are at break even at this point. Oh, look at that. 740, around 10 pips. Ooh, target reached there. Nice. So this should be around 10 pips over here for you. You know, this is around, 9.7 pips here for myself right here, 9.3. Going to close right here at the same time too. So people in the gulag, in YouTube, if you guys got this trade, give a like on the stream. If you still had confidence, congratulations. Had a winning trade here today. It lasted for a long time, but we basically made it together by holding hands, and look at that, just rejecting that area. Yeah, so break even is cool. I'll take break even. Nice trade, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Beautiful. Look at that. 1 hour candle, straight mirror candle to the downside. And remember what we were talking about, that there's only two ways price is going to move through consolidation. Either it's going to move in steps, or it's going to be a one swift candle down. This was steps, and we rejected the same area right here. And if you apply my super secret cyan strategy, your take profit is going to be exactly at the place where it's going to reject. I'm just joking. This is just coincidence, but you get the idea. Yeah, very nice. Pretty happy with this. Can I buy my magic keys from Pakistan? Yes. I had my doubts, but we made it. Yes. So for people who got, scared or lost confidence and closed the entire thing, again, I'm going to say, whenever you're losing confidence, close 50% and leave the rest running, or close 60%, 70% and leave the rest running. Ooh, someone made 1.8%. Nice. Let's see here. I didn't have the confidence to close all at 5 pips. Regret it now, even though I heard you about closing 70 to 80%. Yeah, see, with practice, you're going to get better. Whoa, GA straight rejected that area. Damn. Broke the high on the 30-minute time frame here as well to potentially continue moving up. We'll see. What is the lot size in GG trade? It was a 10 lot. I had no confidence in this trade, but because you had it, I have confidence in you. I took it. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good trade. What do you think about gold? Gold is ranging here. This is a no trade range on gold. So you got to break out of this range to go somewhere on gold. All right, how can one start drop shipping? Maybe go to a drop shipping YouTube channel. Not here. We're going to teach you how to drop pips, not ship. Thanks, Raja from Bali, City of Indonesia country. Thank you, thank you. Let's take a look at your JPY. Your JPY is also in this range over here. It's like it's like a 10 pip range. Not enough range over here. Not enough, not enough. Can you trade crude oil on Forex? Yes, you can trade crude oil on Forex. How was your first trading setup at the beginning of your trading career? How much was your capital? I started with $200 in the beginning, and I lost that $200 in about 2 weeks. And then I realized that this is something new I'm doing, and I need someone to help me with this. So I started looking for people who can really help me with this, And then I paid this guy, Uncle Ted, on Instagram. He was making some money on trading. I saw him making money. I was like, what the fuck's going on over here? So he was having this webinar one day, and he was like, oh, wow, look at that. It's going beyond this area here now. Nice. We're going beyond our take profit at this time. Oh, damn. Whoever's holding at this time, here's another round of applause for you. Beautiful. Wow.
But I wasn't expecting that at all.
Wowzers. Beautiful. Yeah, so what I was saying was that I found this guy, and I paid him like $350, and we got in his group and we started learning, we started bouncing off ideas, So what I mean to say is, like, if you're new and you're losing all the time, it doesn't make sense to continue losing money. Go get yourself a mentor, go get some education. Of course you can get education online on YouTube and this and that, but like having someone by your side and having a mentor to guide you at the same time, that's a whole different story. That's completely different. So, if you want to excel something, oh, damn, look at this. Went straight down. See what are we talking about? That price will go through with a big candle down through all consolidation. This is what we've seen. Oh, where is it heading?
God damn.
Damn. Vincent's here too.
Yo,
And gold is retreating.
Gold is breaking up.
Wagon.
Wow, this is gonzo.
shit.
Gold is also breaking above.
Wow.
Yeah, if you see on the 4 hour now, we're breaking under 500, and it's gonna continue down to like 151 flat easily.
Oh, look at that sell on Nasdaq, 0.1. Beautiful. EJ also broke below this area here now. What a move. Runner is about 30 pips. Beautiful. Was this news? I think this was just volume in the market. There has been no volume, so I think this is just volume here in the market. I don't see anything. Oh, damn. We're at 473 at this time. Let's take a look on the... See, 1 hour candle rejected, broke below the low. The whole candle just came down. 4 hour chart rejected this area. We're coming down. Let's take a look at these. 1785. Damn. I don't know what to focus on. Let's focus on pound yen here for a little bit. We got support 151.270. We got a little bit of a rejection area over here too, 151.450. But this was the trade on... I think this was the trade of the day on pound yen. GJ sells.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if gold rips down after this move up that they just did for like $3. And it's setting up for 8 a.m.
You think so? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think so.
86 all the way down 84.
Yeah, you might find that it pops up one more time and then it drives further down at 8 a.m. I'm watching the higher time frame and it's still bearish. This is what I was talking about yesterday. It might be a little difficult to trade gold today because of the huge move up from yesterday. But I think you could probably get to 1780 if we continue bearish.
17, yeah. This is the target I had here too. This block is what we need to break out of right here.
Yep, that's right. And see the rejection that we're getting right now in a 30-minute? That's actually probably pretty good because you might find that the next half hour gets a rejection up and then we drive further down. And this is creating a liquidity area where this wick rejection is. So this area over here is creating liquidity if we continue bearish. So you might get one more move up and then that drive down.
You say like around 1780, so
Yeah.
will be the liquidity area to grab buys and continue up.
No, continue down.
Down? Okay.
Because this 30-minute candle is creating a zone. So we have to see how it reacts in that zone in the next half hour. You can see the wick that's being created to the upside, right? So you're thinking to yourself, okay, why are we doing that? Well, think 8 a.m. is when the market is going to pick up volume. So what are we doing? We're pushing up to go further down potentially.
Yeah, that's what I have 1780 past 1780 is 1775 in like $5 increments. And then past that it's 1767.
The only challenge you have with that is we're bullish right now on the weekly. So this daily candle may just be a breather to continue going up. So that's why I don't like the bearish movement. But if we get a bearish movement, that's what'll happen.
Right.
I don't trust the bearish move though, to be honest.
Just to make that liquidity pool.
Yeah, because I mean, if it does happen, that's great. I mean, people can catch a nice trade, but I would rather continue with the trend of a bullish move up. But then I think that'll happen probably tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So you get that liquidity pool set up and then just grab buys from there.
Yeah, so there'll be, so if today finishes bearish as an example, there'll be one more pull down in the Asian session, and then that'll start to drive up for the rest of the day at that point. And that's where you can catch a move, and that's where we should break above 1800 if that's the case.
Yeah, want to see at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, see how it moves.
Yep.
Wow, GJ's still running wild over here. What a call in GJ.
Yeah.
Damn.
It went right through that traffic like an ambulance. Put on the sirens and said, "Wee wee." Man, I'm getting the blue screen of death on my computer. Crazy.
I thought you had a MacBook.
I have an iMac, but I'm running Parallels on it, so Windows 7 is giving me the blue screen of death. I don't know what to do right now. I mean, uninstall it and then install it again, but it's more like a hardware thing. Probably the CPU is burnt. Yeah, too many things running at once.
Wow, this is nuts. I closed 30 pips ago on pound yen. What a solid move. 40 pip drop here in pound yen. What's your favorite book on Forex? Right here. 10 Essentials of Forex. Have it on my table every day. This is the Bible I go with. So I guess GJ is spitting out all the pips it didn't spit out in the last, 2-3 weeks. He just spat out a lot of move over here. You think this month will be full of moves like this? I hope so. Last month was just nothing. So hopefully we'll have a good month over here. May is also the month where I was born, so I think it should be pretty good. Give myself a nice birthday gift.
May 20th, right?
Yeah, May 20th. Okay.
That closing on gold again inside that below the 1783, below 1784 looked like a fake up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how big this pullback is gonna be toward the 1780s or even lower, but it's looking scary.
It's gonna be a nice move at 8 a.m. if it does, because that massive wick to the upside has got a whole bunch of liquidity to drive. If we finish with a bearish close on the 30-minute, expect the next half hour to be fireworks. keep in mind too, at 8 a.m. that now this becomes a whole zone at 8 a.m. So what'll happen is there's potential that you could have the market come back into this area over here one more time before we dip. So for people that are trading, like Raja's marked, it may be safer for you to take entries over here, waiting for like a full move out of there. I wouldn't want to take at 8 a.m. I wouldn't want to take a market order because it could pull all the way back up. So I would wait to see that we break down and maybe take a pending order and then drive down. And then essentially you're coming into this area over here. So this would probably be a target that you'd be looking at. And then eventually down to this area over here.
Oh, I love your profile pic on Zoom. Oh man.
Thank you.
Send the chart.
I missed the move altogether. Oh well.
I think so.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, yes.
This thing is just popping. Look at that.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, I think it might drive a little bit deeper than we expect.
9 minutes earlier.
Well, that just means that we'll probably go to 1770 if that's the case.
Yes.
You know what's the main problem that I have on gold right now is that I'm still marrying the idea that continue looking for buys, you know, at least from 1775, expect to create some sort of rejection or support. But what happened if in my mind, I have to have like different scenarios, you know, so what happened if this weekly is just basically grabbing liquidity to drive price even lower than the 1700s? This retest on the weekly, the previous weekly wick fill was expected. I was expecting this weekly wick fill, but now rejecting again that 1780, 1785, it's gonna give me some sort of ideas that we may start grabbing liquidity on the weekly, and then the 1825, which was my target for this weekly candle, then it's not going to happen this week. And this basically was just plain and simple retest to previous area of liquidity on the weekly candle to drive price even lower than the 1700s.
Yeah, so the weekly zone that you have drawn here in the last 2 weeks, it tapped one last time to go down. I tend to agree with that. What my caution would be is if the weekly candle that we have here finishes bullish still, you might find that next week drops down and then drives further up to fill the weekly wick that's created right now. Right? Because you can see we had a massive liquidity grab at like 1690 on the weekly, and I still think that's enough power to push a little bit further up. But you know, like I said, if it does finish bearish on the weekly, then yeah, we'll probably go back into the 1700, 1690 area. Because I mean, essentially, okay, Raja's got it pulled up. Like this huge wick here grabbed liquidity. So what you may find is you have that zone, this zone on the weekly. But what happens if this finishes if say, for example, this was Friday and this candle finished like this, you might find next week pulls down and then continues to drive through that, right? Because essentially this is support that was never broken, and then we just consolidated for a couple weeks to pull further up, using this as liquidity to then drive us. But then once again, if it's the opposite, this is the last touch of the zone, next week then drives back down into this area, so we get this effect, that triangle, right? So this is your top, and then you had the original liquidity, and then we come back down to where those orders need to finish. So those are your two scenarios, but you'll have to wait for the longer term play. You'll have to wait for this weekly candle to finish to see where we finish at. And then then make a decision at that point. And you might find that NFP, if NFP is good for the US dollar, that's a driver to get back down to 1700s.
Yep.
Yeah, so this hourly candle is actually finishing pretty good. So there might be one more wake up on the hourly, and then we'll drive further down with gold.
What do you think about GJ? I think GJ move has already done. This was the move right here on GJ. You might feel like we may reject this area, but this was the move coming down on pound yen.
Yeah, with the North American session open, I get a rejection. Yeah, above 0.500.
I'm still holding, have stops at 151. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, looking on the 4 hour, we did break down. I think with this volume, there's probably an opportunity for it to maybe continue down to the 151, 280. But then looking on the smaller time frames, this is where we had consolidation to the left hand side before. So we'll need price to stay below this area to continue down. I mean, if you have your stops at 151, 600. I think that's still a little tight, so maybe have it around 151, 630, because we want some sort of a resistance formed in this area here for price to reject if it's going to continue moving bearish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Why is this not? No, this is old resistance. That's why we focused on this resistance right here, because this is the most recent resistance. See here, why did this gold candle go crazy? I have no idea. It didn't go crazy at all. I don't think so. It just came up to this resistance, 1786, was looking for a buy above 1786. If the candle closed, it didn't close above that area, so it stayed below this area now. So it's still in this range. It's still in this no trade range over here. New York Open is about to start here as well, so we're going to see if we break below 81 to continue down or not. Do you think we have to trade rejections? No, I don't think you have to trade rejections. I think trading rejection is really, really risky. It's really risky trading rejections, because you don't know if price is going to continue moving down or not, right? I mean, if someone was trading a rejection here, took a buy here, you don't know whether price will continue driving down. We just don't know that, and we also don't know how far that rejection is going to go, especially when you're trading a high volatile pair like pound yen or gold or, GA for that matter. Chinese military aircraft in Taiwan airspace, hence the drop. Oh, nice. Well, good thing we caught it. Now I'm up 2.7%. Do I beat you? Yes. Yeah, you do beat me. I'm up, what, 2.73%. But you're still pretty good. Still doing pretty good. Short gold at the OB. It's going bearish to double bottoms. At the OB. At the OB to the GO to the GG. I don't see any OB over here. You need to kind of explain what OB there is. But technically we need to break below this area to continue down. Oh, opening bell.
Or no, order block.
Or opening bell.
Opening bell? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's the game right now.
Every word you say, I write it down because you have made it in life. And for me to be where you are, I need to listen and you do every say. I think the only thing you need to look at is to just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. That's the number 1 advice I can give people. 1 or 2 trades a day. The more you trade, the more risk you're going to open to have a losing trade. You know, I mean, I took 3 trades. 1 was a win, 1 was break even, and 1 was a win. And if I take a 3rd trade, I'm going to open risk to maybe invite a losing trade. So you want to close all invites to losing trades out of your trading life. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is sells below this area. Nice on GU. Yeah, it looks good. Sells below this area here. I think at the same time, you need to look at how you could have participated in sells on this candle as it broke the low of the previous candle. You know, and then obviously then you can look for sells below this area here as well.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Monder.
Yeah, I took the first sell, so I had 2 tries. The first one that went against me because I waited for the wick and then I took the sells. It didn't work out the first time, so I closed my position and then I entered again, so I gave my trade a second chance, and it played out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I took that one, and then I'm just looking if any of these 2 ideas would play out eventually.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Looks good though. Labeling is good. Tones are good. So yeah, now we just wait.
Okay.
How much you want to risk? Maybe 2%. I go with like 1%, 1.5%. You know, nothing major. Right, trying to bring the spaceship down over here. All right, sells on gold right now, question mark. Sells on gold. I don't know. I mean, we're rejecting 1782. Let's take a look at this chart over here. US 34-hour chart. We have 2 scenarios. 4 hours creating resistance. 4 hour continues dropping to retest the lows 33,800. Okay. So I guess you need to identify a zone right over here, which we need to break on US 30 for it to continue down. Other than that, looks good. We got a resistance there as well, which we need to break. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold 30-minute chart. Secured 80%. Oh, nice. Took buys as we broke the high of the previous candle. Very nice. Kind of risky, but you made it work. You secured positions as well, so that's pretty good. I'm a big fan of securing positions whenever you're in profits, all the time. If you secure positions, you're never going to go broke. That's what I've learned, and that's what I've experienced, and that's what I've seen. I'm in Sweden, so I'm confused when it's 8 a.m. in Canada. It's 8 a.m. right now.
I think if anyone is looking at gold sells, you need below 1782, because right now we're doing exactly what I said earlier, where we'll go back up into that liquidity area and then potentially either drive up or reject and then start to drive down. So trying to take a market order right now as a sell will be very tough.
Okay, can we look at 5-minute chart for GJ for better positions? I don't know. I think so far we're creating like a minor support here on pound yen. I think you'll need for price to break below 151.450 for it to continue down. And if you measure this range, it's like a 15 pip range. So maybe you can look at that, but Yeah, see 15-minute candle is also rejecting this area. So if you've missed this trade on GJ, I think it's better to look to see how you could have executed on this trade, even though we had consolidation to the left. And this is what I mean, like, when I say every day, just go over the trades you miss. I miss these trades all the time because I would say, oh yeah, this consolidation to the left hand side, I don't know if I'm going to take it or not. But today I executed on it. Because I've seen it, I've studied it, I went over it like so many times, and there was my confidence to execute on it. And had a winning trade here. So I think if you look over here too, we have this resistance, support, this consolidation area. So we need to break below this area to continue down, or we can create like a resistance, like a retest to continue bearish. Yeah, just like right over here. Ryan had it right. Maybe we reject here, maybe we reject up over here, but eventually there's going to be a retracement for a continuation. That's what I think, or maybe we don't do a retracement and we just continue breaking below this area, and we may get confirmations on the smaller time frames. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is coming in David Omofunmilola. Sells coming in, waiting for a sell breakdown. Oh, nice. Runner is still running. Beautiful. Very nice. I think this was a fake out trade in technical terms. Yes. Yes, that's correct. That was basically a fake out. We talked about that as well on the 30-minute time frame. I think Leandro, he basically brought that to us. So thank you. We had a fake out to the upside, came down. I was like, oh yeah, man, makes sense, makes perfect sense. But we're not here to make sense. We're here to make dollars. Where will your stop loss be if your entry will be at 1782? Ideally, we have to wait. I mean, not sure about Ted. Okay, yeah, let Ted say it. TED Talk if you want to say something.
I think what you'll have to do is as soon as we get down to 1782, it'll be the top of the wick that's been created right now. Because the idea is if you're taking an entry at 1782, that means we've rejected 1784. So the wicks that have been created at that point. So if you look at the 15-minute candle right now, if you say, okay, we're going to take entries below 1782, you're going to be above that area. But more importantly, what you'll have to do is you have to manage the idea that, you're looking for an entry where it pushes through 1782 into like 1780. So you're getting 20 pips right away. So you should be securing profits at that point, right? Because you're anticipating that this 15-minute candle drives all the way down to 1780 from 1784, which we're at right now. So that's what you'll do is you'll see the way that the candle forms, and you'll be putting your stop above that wick that gets formed on that.
Yeah.
Because you're also anticipating that this now creates the hourly wick, which is the upper part of the hourly wick, and then this hour candle continues to drive bearish. So you're basically anticipating and envisioning exactly what's going to happen. And so your stop loss would be above the current wick that's being formed right now. So that's why I'm saying wait till you get below 1782, because that will mean that the wick has been established from the upside to reject to go down to like 1781 or whatever it is, or 1780.
I'm waiting for something like that. At least another 5-minute candle closing below that resistance that was created a little bit earlier, 1784, and from there, now like Ted says, below 1782 is going to be a nice 20-30 pip move toward 1779 at least.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm still holding because I think that we're gonna continue playing the 4-hour time frame. But my stop loss right now is pretty tight because I grab an entry at the closing of the 5-minute candle below resistance. So
1782.
Yes, I grab an entry 1783.
83.
Yeah, but I mean, we know that gold can give you nasty pullbacks, but I think that like Ted said, we were expecting a sort of pullback toward this area right here to resist that area. Now we're getting that rejection. This candle closing below this area, gonna drive price toward this area right here. Easy breezy.
And you can see now what's happened is that wick has been established, and if we do continue to drive down, that's basically where your stop is going to be, because that's now your new liquidity area, right? So price can return back to that liquidity area. So if you're not sure about gold at this point, you can wait for the next 15-minute candle, have that 15-minute candle start, and see where it begins using your 5-minute candles as sort of a guide, and then continue to move, still using 1784 as your stop loss. But now you have a little bit more confirmation that we are heading down, where this candle right now is more of a cowboy candle, where you could probably try and take a trade and get in and then ride it, but your stop is above 1785 at that point, or above 1784.50 at that point for gold.
Wow, pound yen just died over here. Came straight down and just continued on bearish.
You secure your runner? You close your runner?
Oh, I secured everything at like 8 pips.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
It dropped 40 pips after that.
That was good though, because I mean, if you look to the left, the traffic was messy. Like I said, it went like a 911 call, just wheel right through it.
Yeah. Hey, Raja, how do I follow your live trades? Well, isn't that a good question? Let's see here. If I want Magic Keys, do I place pre-order and wait? I'm in New Jersey. Yes. Can you turn on the music, please? I think you need to turn on the speakers. I trailed my stops to 151.380, and I'm going to close my PC and come back in 6 hours if my stops go out. Amazing. Oh, beautiful. You don't ship to New Jersey, right?
Oh my god.
We ship everywhere. It's 2021.
New Jersey. Like New Jersey is like this isolated area, right?
Yeah, we're still ranging on gold here. So I guess the trade of today was pound yen. Really, really good move here in pound yen. Your JPY kind of struggled here a little bit. GA is also struggling. We did move up to the high over here. But I guess we're waiting for gold here to see what gold's going to do, because it's in the range at this point. This is a no trade range on gold. No trade range. Whatever goals are going to break, within this hour, the NY open hour, which has usually a lot of volume, is going to be a big break. Or, if that break comes in the next hour.
Yeah.
Either way.
This retest to the previous 5-minute candle, I don't like it. So I close 50% on this trade. Because in order for this trade to play out the way that I want it, this candle, the current 5-minute candle, should now start, pulling away from that support again. So if it's breaking above that resistance, that mini resistance, 1784.50, then it's gonna go retest the long wick to the upside. So I'm gonna take some risk out of the table on this trade.
Tomorrow is what, Wednesday?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Raja looking for buys on gold.
Me? No.
Okay.
How? Wait. How can you tell?
Yeah, because of the magic key sound.
Oh no, there was probably someone else.
Yeah, that was him. I
Then
didn't
Mac.
hear it. No. My things are like a meter away with no batteries.
Man, that's why you gotta get the new ones. You don't need no batteries.
Now you wanna?
I both.
There comes the incentive,
It's this and
but I need a cable. I don't like cables.
Let's see here what's going on in the gulag here. How do you know how much of the wick to include when drawing your zones? It's basically right here. You see the body, the wicks right here. It comes with practice. It comes with practice. I mean, you draw the zones, you see price reject, and sometimes you see price reject early, so you kind of like adjust it. Sometimes you see the price reject later on, so you adjusted it again. So so right now at this point, this is what we're looking at on the 30-minute. We're coming down to this area. So I mean, realistically, technically it should reject this area, but if it closes below this area, we have more room for price to go down towards 151 even at this point. So I took GJ and the Wi-Fi went out, came back on, and wow, oh nice. That's kind of being in Pakistan taking a trade and the power goes out for 2 hours. And then you hold by force. You're like, shit, can't do anything.
In Cuba, there is no electricity whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think Canada's gonna become like that soon.
No, I don't know, man, the way Canada's going. I mean, the way they're running things, I think a time is going to come where they will say, okay, you can only use this much electricity in a day. That much control that they want. But who knows? What do you think about your JPY? I think your JPY should be continuing down. We're breaking below the support on the 30-minute here. This candle wick down and close above. This candle is closing below the support. Looking to the left-hand side, we have clean candles to the left. Looking on the 15-minute, see this? We have clean candles over here. First minor support we have around 131, 120, 130. Am I the only one waiting for buy on GJ? Pretty much. I mean, we're trending down. I think you should be looking for sells, buys. I mean, I don't know, that's a very risky idea there. Why not this support? Oh, what's this? Why this? Why not this support? It's the recent one. Yeah, so we're looking at where price is right now, right? So if price is coming down, we need to look at the support to the left-hand side because price already broke the support. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. GBP USD, clean candles, enter as candle broke below this area, TP hit, nice, beautiful. What are you looking most forward to going back to Pakistan? Restaurants. To go eat in a restaurant.
A good, nice restaurant.
That's all I want. You can't eat in a restaurant in Canada. You cannot.
What's the national dish in Pakistan?
Like a lot of things. Chicken kebab,
Paratha.
chicken tikka, parathas. Someone said 10. Someone said 10 wives. That's
10 wives.
That's actually 4. That's 4, not 10. Yeah.
4 wives.
You need a lot of money for that.
I mean, if they can get along, you don't need a lot of money.
If they can't get along,
They just need to get along.
they gotta be Facebook friends. They gotta be Facebook friends.
Come on, guys. Can't we all get along?
There's this
way.
there's this African
In real life.
Oh, there's a YouTuber. He lives in Pakistan. He has 2 wives. And he makes videos about them too. He's like, all right, in this portion of the house is the first one. On the upper portion is the second one.
It must be a trip. Oh, man. There's this African royalty. He's got 10 wives and he's got 40 children. 40 children. African royalty.
Yeah. Can I place an order If it's back order, oh. Yeah, gold is still ranging. It's going to be interesting to see whether we broke out, whether we break above 86 or we break below 82.
You know, I still have 42.
Pound yen is still on a tear going down. If someone's holding buys on pound yen, man, I really feel for you right now. Cannot hold buys on pound yen because we don't know how far it's going to drop. For all we know, it's about to close below the support. That's all we know at this point.
But how can somebody look for? Be holding for buys on pound? What's the logic behind?
It happens. I mean, it used to happen to me too, right? So when I was new and when I would see price coming down to a support, I would automatically think it's going to reject that support and I would take buys. And then it would go in drawdown and hit my stops and then I would take more buys because I'd see the next support. And then it would go stop me out again.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this dropping.
So then I had to like really train my mind to say that, okay, it's dropping. Right, and I'm taking buys, and I'm really not winning at this time. What can I do to enter in this move coming down? You know, so really have to like shift my mindset to like, you know, kind of like get with the trend, because it's really easy to see something dropping to a support and then taking buys, expecting it's going to reject it when you don't have any confirmation that it's going to reject it. So that's what I kind of like learned over time. And then I got better at it because, like, you know, once you see price moving down this so much and you miss this move, you start to see that, okay, how can I get in the middle of the move? And then you start to look for opportunities on, let's say, the smaller time frames. You're like, okay, well, maybe could have gotten when it broke the low over here. Okay, and then you start getting into those moves there. And then slowly you start to look at that, okay, if I'm getting in the middle of the moves, how can I get at the top of the move? You know, and then you start to look for opportunities to get on the top of the move. And that's where we got in the trade, actually. We got in the trade right over here. 151, 830, 840, you know, and some people held their runners and they're in massive profits and some people took profits along the way. You know, so I think that's like a, for the lack of better term, that's like a route someone would go to try to get like better entries, you know. So you got to really shift the mindset from looking for buys as price drops to support to how to enter trades as they're moving down or up. Take a look at this over here.
I think too, people that do that, they haven't been trading long enough, so they feel as though they're going to miss out on the opportunity. So they try and call those tops and bottoms instead of waiting and letting confirmations come through. Because I mean, even right now we're talking about gold and people are trying to take positions and it's like, there's really nothing to take a position on, but people are inherently worried that they're going to miss the trade. And it's like, you're never going to miss a trade if you're in the right direction, because a trade is never going to move just 5 pips or 6 pips. It's going to move 10, 20, 30, 40 pips. So you never have to worry about missing the move if you wait for a confirmation where you get a clean direction. And I think people have to get used to that idea of just waiting and being patient and letting the candles form and letting the market actually show its hand and not you try and push the market, because you don't have that power. You're just trying to chase it at that point.
All right, I'm gonna head out. Everybody be safe. Don't overtrade. I'll see you guys at the gym.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'll be streaming tonight if you guys want to tune in.
All right.
Might get that gold push closer to NYSE, it seems like.
Yeah, I think so too. We've just been ranging over here now. Okay. How would you summary Powell's speech from yesterday? I really don't care what Powell said yesterday. It doesn't really affect the way I trade or the way I execute positions. So to me, that's completely irrelevant. As I don't look at fundamentals at all, or how the speech is going to affect today or tomorrow or anything like that. I don't really look at that. I only look at technical areas here, if we break or not. Sharing my GU trade pre-London session. Had a buy over here, took partials at 10 pips. Price dropped hard after that, saved by 10 pips. Beautiful. We had clean range too, but I guess it started to wick around here and you basically, nice. Good decision. Hey, I got a question. How much of a trading successfully is technical analysis and how much is it trading do you think is experience and intuition? The analysis won't work out. I think most of it is experience and intuition. You can know all the technicals in the world, but if you don't have the experience in looking at the same things happen over and over again, technicals, you won't be able to execute at that point. So I think intuition and experience, it comes first by just watching without executing. That's the thing, because I watched gold for a long time without executing. So I've watched it a lot though, because I want my win rate to be high on gold. And as we look right now, we're breaking above this area. We have about 2 minutes left for the candle to close. So from experience, what I know is that we rejected this area here once. And if we're breaking above, it doesn't mean it's going to break above. We need a candle to kind of like break and close above this area. Or maybe even pass above this wick for price to continue up. So I think experience and intuition, it just comes with time by just watching the same thing happen over and over and over again. Let's take a look at this chart here by Qasim. Trading at work, no fun. But sells were beautiful, secured 10 pips. Oh, nice. I'm down 4% on FTMO this week. How do I recover from this? I don't know. Maybe look over your losses and see why you lost and see how you could have done better. That's how you're going to recover from that. You can't recover the loss, but you can recover why you lost, Oh, damn. GJ's still going down over here. There's no stopping pound yen. Is 6 to 8 Eastern a long enough time to trade? Yeah, I think it is. You can get some pretty good moves in that. Like this pound yen move happened between 6 and 8. And even if you leave at 8, you have runners running. You're probably running in good profits at this time. We took it at 840. Wow, 70 pips at this point. Crazy. All right, look at that. I think a break above.
That's good.
Break above this area should push it up further. Okay, let's take a look at this chart here. Sells retest on pound USD to continue down. Looks good. Just gotta wait for that retest. Careful with entries on gold. Can you discuss potential buy for gold? I've been making breakfast. Yeah, I think above 1786, 70 should be a good area for price to continue up. That's what I'm looking at this time. $17.86.70, just like yesterday. We broke above a wick and then we continued moving bullish. Yeah, it should be good. We could see 1789 at this point. Let's see. So we have, what's the best way to learn Forex? Someone told me IM Academy. They're probably lying to you. IM Academy is the best way to, yeah, no, don't do that. Look at the guys on the screen just saying nope. Nope. IM Academy is $200 a month. You really think you can afford $200 a month? It's a waste of time. Look at, Gabriel said it's a waste of time. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good idea. Rajan gold buys? No, I'm not in any trade. I took 3 trades. It was a pound sell, a gold sell, and that's it. And another pound buy, which got stopped at our break even. I'm really on the edge about executing on gold. I do think it's going to continue moving bullish. At least 1789. 1790 would be golden.
Yeah, I still think it's tough just because we're not above that zone really. We just sort of broke above it, but not a clean break yet. That's why we were saying earlier, like, you know, you would execute below 1782 for the exact same reason here. It's the same idea. You would execute probably above 1787 at that point. You don't want to get stuck, right? Because if this candle rejects and goes back into the range, you've just messed yourself up.
Let's see here. 1 to 2 trades a day. That's good. That's good. Let's take a look at GJ. GJ is still in this momentum going down. GA is also following suit now on GJ, trying to break below the support. I lost every take I took since March. LMAO. Well, I think you need to look at your losses and you got to see how you could have maybe, like, you know, done better. It will break. I told you like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I think it should break its own high for that matter, for price to continue bullish. We have one candle closing above 1785. We need this to give us some solid confirmation it's just going to continue moving up. Because you got to be really careful about your trades, you know, like any early trade or late trade, you can have a loss which was just like, you know, it could have been avoided. So you can see how tricky this is. It's also in the first 5 minutes, 4 minutes of this 30-minute candle. You know, so I guess, yeah, I just gotta wait over here. Patiently waiting. I think trading in the month of April has been taking a swing at a lot of people's confidence. Yes. April, I agree, was pretty tough if you tried to trade currencies. It was just range. There was nothing happening at that point. The only thing that moved was gold in April. Did you say Magic Keys restock in 2-3 weeks? Almost like 2 weeks, I would say, like a week and a half, 2 weeks. We keep selling out. The demand is too high, and the production, we try to keep it at a high, but it's just too high of a demand. It just rocked us out of the water. I mean, you guys bought the fuck out of Magic Keys, and we weren't really expecting this much. It's just they came in, and then they went out. That's all what happened. So now we're trying to make sure that we have enough for Christmas. We're also moving our operations to a small warehouse, so that's a plus sign. We're moving from my gulag basement to a warehouse. That's crazy. Like if you look at it this way, we did the stats, right? MetaTrader 5 has been downloaded almost 5 million times. That means 5 million people use MetaTrader 5 so far. And we haven't even crossed 10,000 yet. So that says a lot. We're about to break these highs over here at 1787. I think that's going to be pretty good. So let me check on. So let's search MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4 has been downloaded 10 million times. That's insane. That's insane. That's a lot of growth. How much price Magic Keys if sent to Pakistan? Same price. Almost like 20,000 rupees. Yeah, something around that. Do you do private mentorship? Well, if you can find it, you can find it. If you can't, then YouTube is the best place. Do you count the candles in the past when you see 6 consecutive green candles? No, not really. I mean, if I'm looking at these candles here to the left-hand side, and if we break above these highs, I think there's a very good opportunity for price to continue moving bullish. What about cTrader? Yes. So let me go towards over here. magickeys.trade. You go to the website, and this works with cTrader, MetaTrader 4, and MetaTrader 5. So if you go towards buy, yeah, we're sold out again. Yeah, this is a new version we came out with. Yeah, you can't buy it anymore. We sold out. So probably around 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know, we're gonna announce it. So when you're going to be in Pakistan, are you going to run your business from Canada? Yes, it's going to be run from Canada. All right, take a look at this. I guess we're going to continue with pound yen over here. Gold should break above 1787 as well. You got this entire range to fill. Can you send them to ShipBob? They will do all the work for you. Yes, but they eat a lot of commissions. They eat a lot of our profits, so we like to keep that in house. Can you explain the product quickly? Yeah, if you go to the website here, you can find out more about it, or you can go to YouTube and just type in Magic Keys, and you're gonna know much more about it than I can explain. All right, look at this. We're broke below the low. I think it's on its way to continue moving bearish here. Gold as well. Gotta break the highs.
Be careful on that area, the 1787.
Yeah, I might want to execute at 1787 at 20. I'm gonna push my limits here today.
Okay. Yeah, be careful with that area because this candle can easily close below this area. We'll give you a retest at least. So we can...
I mean, if you're going to take buys at this point, I think then you have a chance to run all the way back up. This could be this could be your swing trade, because now the daily candle is starting to push bullish, and that, like I said earlier, tomorrow's daily candle would wick down and then continue to drive up. So you might actually catch the bottom of this move if you do take buys and you manage your risk. Because obviously we didn't get down to 1782 to reject to go further down. So now this might be the start of the move up through the New York session, and you might find that you might have a nice swing trade all the way up, back up into the 1790s, if that's the case, if we do continue this push up. So I think there's a good opportunity. I mean, I think for people that are trading gold, this is one of those trades where it's like patience pays off, where it's like we look to execute below 1782. We didn't get the rejection that we wanted on the hourly candle. And now we're looking at this point to go back up. So it's like, okay, you can wait for the next hour to do what this hour candle is doing, pull down and then continue up. And that'll give you a little bit better confirmation as well. So this is, when you're trading gold, this is one of the things that you do, is you just sort of wait, because the moves are so big and so fast. You're not going to miss something. So like, you know, this has gone up like 30 pips right now in the last hour. You can probably in the next hour grab another 30 pips. It's not going to be that big of a deal. If we are going back up to 1790, 1792, you have opportunity at this point. So that's the key with gold. And a lot of people don't have patience, so they get hit with gold and they get frustrated, where it's like, you just have to wait for it to give you a clear direction. That's all.
Secured 15 pips, so nice. Yeah, I guess it is coming down to the support area. But it doesn't mean it's going to bounce from here, because there's no confirmation as of yet. Let's see here. Does anyone know if funding talent able to use MT5? Probably, I don't know. I have no idea. I can't answer. So painful. My GGSL limit was not triggered, still hurting. Oh. Are you in gold, Raja? No, I'm not in any trade at this point. My trading time is about to end in about 15 minutes, so yeah, probably not. Let's see here. Gold is forming resistance. Looks like it's trying to push bullish over here. That's what it's trying to do. Trying to see if I can get in on this 4-hour push. 4-hour candle close push. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do it. That's going to be over trading. Got to follow my rules. FTMO probably trading using MT5 only. No idea. If you took this gold trade, how would you manage it? I think you would have your stops at around 1785.50 below this support area, and anticipate it to continue moving bullish without having to retrace all the way down. Looks like GA continued moving down over here too. Gold is just prepping for a rocket ship. This is what this rocket ship is going to look like on gold. You're going to have a rocket, and you're going to have the thrusters right here, This is going to be the top of the rocket right here. It's going to go all the way up. And it's going to be aerodynamic because the air is going to go through the rocket. It's going to help it move fast. FTMO uses MT4, MT5 for only MT4. Raja as gold closed above 1785. Should have entered for it to continue bullish. Yeah, should have entered, but you know, I've already done what I had to do today, so I don't think there's any need to, you know, get in. Getting more. Plus I'm getting tired, so I might take a nap after this.
The ship is about to lose some fuel.
Yeah. The rocket ship is about to lose fuel.
Whoever got this GJ sales were nice. Yeah.
Oh wow, GJ is still moving down over here. Gold is about to push up too as this candle comes to a close on the 4-hour. Bank holiday is better than other days for GJ. I kinda agree with that, but we'll see what happens. See here. Oh, YouTube can't see my screen. Oh, my bad. Oh, Gulag was going crazy. Let's see here. Magic Keys is lonely on the screen. I'm ready for sell. Let's rock and roll. I don't know, man. I think we're going to continue moving up towards 1789. There's guys who keep advertising on your channel every time I turn into your stream. Pretty annoying. Transparent FX. I think people who advertise on YouTube, like, you know, for their free channels and stuff like that, they don't get enough organic traffic, which is why they feel the need to do advertising like that. You know, because think about it. Who's going to pay money to advertise for a free Telegram group? Just think about that. Who's going to pay money for that? You know, if they advertise for a free Telegram group. I wouldn't. I would never advertise, hey guys, I'm going to pay this much money to advertise the free YouTube channel. I'm never going to do that, you know, because you can create your own audience. And that's what we've done over here. We've created our own audience. Plus also at the same time, I don't like spending money either. So it wouldn't make sense for me to, like, you know, spend money to advertise the YouTube channel. Let's see here. I see that. Oh, there's no volatility in gold. Can you please tell? Yeah, let's see over here. So let me get my magnifying glass here. Let's drop in, see where is the volume on gold. Go towards the 1 minute candles.
Where can I buy that magnifying glass?
Yeah. Right here. All right. Yeah, so this is what? 8:51 1 minute candle. Yeah, this should continue pushing. What we've seen in the past, the 8:51, 8:52 candles should continue moving up. So we'll see if this one, probably not. Oh,
52.
probably it's the 8:52 and we're gonna ignore this. Oh, damn. Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from this. Wow, look at this GJ. So nice, man. Damn, Daniel. So nice move on GJ. Wow, good thing I didn't execute on gold. Would have been overtraded, would have lost for no reason.
Whoever got in at the 0.120 area on GJ, it's nice. A nice trade.
Yeah. So ruthless. Still coming down over to the support. I wonder if there's someone out there who's in buys on pound yen and every support it comes down to taking more buys. Osteo, man.
Raise your hand.
raise your hand. Oh, it's coming down. Let's take buys. Let's see here. Oh, nice. Osteoman
You see?
was in sells.
852, and now we're going up.
Where, we did a retest here. All indexes remain in negative territory. Some should happen in Asia plus Microsoft divorce. Maybe you can do retracement. Oh, I don't think Microsoft divorce has anything to do with how pound yen is going to move or gold. Could be in some aspect, but I'm not sure. What do you think about GJ now as far as according to in high time frame view? High time frame view, looking at the daily, we're consolidating. Remove all analysis here first. We're consolidating 4-hour time frame, coming down to a support right here. So yeah, we're coming down to a support here on the 4-hour. You know, on the 1-hour time frame, we actually did tap into a minor support, 151 even right here. So yeah, I think the move is already done. You know, if you can take some scraps out of it, so be it. But I think for the most part, the move's already done. Oh, there goes gold. That retest. $17.89 and $17.80 coming up over here. Was a bit of a mess on gold, but it did play out here a little bit. Hey, Raja sir, I'm a beginner. I can't understand your TP and stop loss. Please mark it, sir. Well, Mr. Music Hunt, I did not have any TP and stop loss on gold. Had it on pound yen here today this morning. The moment I close positions on gold is when gold starts pushing. Well, it's something we talked about earlier on today. When you're getting scared, you close partial positions and let the rest run. That's the best way to go about it. Please break down GA. GA is breaking down.
I remember the 8:55 1 minute candles. It's always moving forward really nice.
Yeah, seems like it. 1790. All right. Gotta go to the bank again and answer 10,000 questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So every time, right?
Every time. Every time it sends like a big thing somewhere, it's like 10,000 questions. You know what they do? They go in the back office. They go in the back office and then they call my number. And then obviously I'm standing there. I answer it, and they're like, "Are we speaking to Raja?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm right here." They're like, "Oh, okay, just verifying it's you." At first they had the old staff, but I guess they changed staff. Now it's the new staff, and it's just super annoying now. Yeah. They see a young guy come in and trying to move big funds, they just can't comprehend it. So they're like, they want to make double sure. They make me sign 3-4 times just to make sure the signature matches. You know, sometimes the signature is off a little bit. They're like, yeah, it's not matching. We got to do a phone call. I'm like, shit, okay, go make a phone call. Plus, I guess it doesn't even help when I walk in there with a simple shirt and trousers on.
Maybe if you're wearing Gucci's, you know.
Bro, it was worse when I had recently got my hair transplant done, and my head was like, it was like someone fucked it. You know, I would walk in like this, and they would just look at me. They're like, "Who is this guy?" That was the worst. Because I had half hair, half was just gone, you know. It was coming out, and it was just bad. It was super bad. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna head off over here. I think it was a great trade on pound yen. Congratulations to everyone who caught pound yen. Someone who caught pound AUD. Good, good. Gold, whatever move here in gold. It is what it is.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Oh,
All right, see you, Raja.
someone made $90 today. Damn, nice.
Thank you, Raja.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Raja.
Have a good day.
Thank you, thank you.
Raja. Okay. Take care.
Brazil loves you, Raja.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, take care.